Okay guys, so our first attempt at feeding today is going to be the Eeriearachnids meridionalis, the Zimbabwe gray baboon. We shall see if it is interested in partaking in a cricket meal. I'm going to say that's a pretty good indication that yes is going to be the answer. There we go. Back in the home. All right, one down and 652,000 more to go. Okay, next one up is the Sericopalma species bouquet. Cricket's going to drink some water. So we're kind of over 2 for the first takedown, and well, hopefully that we don't miss the second time around here, buddy. There we go. We're starting off good, folks. 2 for 2. 10,347,000 more to go. Not going to move, are you? Okay, on to the next one. Okay, folks, so here is the fun part about feeding tiny tarantula slings and not really paying attention to what you're doing. This is the Eeriearachnids sanderi enclosure, and here is the Eeriearachnids sanderi in the catch cup. What happened was Dave from Eeriearachnids just lifted the lid straight off. Apparently, while I lifted the lid the last time to show you guys this, he actually reattached the webbing. Dave didn't think that happened, so when I pulled it off, I pulled everything out. Spider ran down the table and jumped up on my leg, and that's where it was sitting. Fortunately, it didn't go any farther, and now we have it in here. So now we have to get it out of there back into here, which could be an adventure because this is a pretty large catch cup, and getting it out of this catch cup to go straight back into this enclosure without it coming back out again, I don't know. They're pretty dang quick, let me tell you. Slings are super fast. So let's try and see if we can't just get it to go back into its home. It would probably help if I had something to move it with and stay in its home. Odds are probably not. Odds are Dave just got lucky. So we're going to let that guy settle. We're not going to feed that one. So I hope you found that humorous, because I surely did not. So we will move on. So those are 4, 1, 2, 3, actually 3 of the 5 new ones. That we got in. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, where's the other 2, and what are they? Because I'm completely, the Messamasalis ate yesterday, the species bouquets here, and we already fed the meridionalis. So we're not going to feed the sanderi on this go. Maybe a little bit later in the video we'll try and get it, but we're skipping them for now. Okay, this is the Eeriearachnids. This one I did not name as of yet. The other one I named Hatch, but this one I haven't named. This is the one that Amy and Quentin produced, so this was the first one that I got. The other one I got from Vlad. It molted a few days ago, so we're going to try and throw a very small cricket in there and see if it's interested in eating. Every time I start talking, I get like hiccups. I don't get them any other time, and I think I've said this like 5 million times, but we'll try that little tiny cricket and see if it's, yeah, I think we are a little interested, aren't we? Beautiful. So that's the first feeding from this little bugger after it molted, and hopefully that's signs of good things to come. Okay, so here is the Eeriearachnids marshalli, and this is the one I was going to move into the baseball enclosure. So we're going to take a look, hopefully, once it comes out a little bit, hopefully not out of the enclosure, but just out to get this cricket, at how big it really is. Well, I took that cricket pretty stinking easily. Let's see. Ooh, it's still pretty tiny. You can see that little dude right there, still pretty tiny. Maybe probably the same size as the Darlingi that I have in one, so we'll have to debate this. We probably are going to go ahead and leave it in here because, again, I'm going to try and keep guys in the enclosure a little bit longer, just to see how things go here. So, yeah, he's perfectly fine in this one. I mean, he's got his little tunnel, and he's eating, well, molted once, so we'll probably just leave him in. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I was going to feed this little guy, and I can't tell if you can see him in there, right? Right there with the shine there. You can see it's a pretty plump abdomen. This is an Eeriearachnids, so we're going to skip this feeding and see if the abdomen goes down here in the next 3 or 4 or 5 days. If it doesn't, we'll try to feed it something small like some fruit flies. If it doesn't take those, then we know it's in pre-molt. So we're going to skip this Eeriearachnids and move right on. Okay, folks, so this one here is the... Yeah, why am I going there to get these things? The Harpactira pulcher piece. Where are they? Okay, I hate when I put stuff places when I can't figure out where I put them. It molted last week. Where the heck did I put those things? Okay, this is ticking me off. I can't just misplace 2 whole bags of tattoo ink pots. Oh, there they are. Way down there. It's not where I wanted them. Okay, guys, this is the Harpactira pulcher piece. Actually, there's a cricket in there, but it's way on the other side of where the spider is. Okay, so cricket is right here. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see because my thumb's in the way. Cricket is right there. And Harpactira pulcher piece is over here in this corner, right here. See if I can pull you back, you guys might be able to see it just a little bit. No, you won't be able to see it. Legs are right there. This bugger molted last week. I expected it to, actually, as soon as the cricket hit the webbing, I expected it to come out, and it didn't. So, yeah, so we're going to skip this guy. We put a ink tattoo pot in there for water for it, and we will just move on. We're going to hit the Tarantula Lugardi next. I imagine you're going to get a pretty quick takedown out of that one. Okay, so now you can see the entrance on the left between those 2 stakes. There's also one behind the plants there. So we're going to see which way this spider comes out to get this cricket, but I'm pretty certain that it will definitely come out to get this cricket. I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong like once. I think we had a little action there. You can see the other entrance right there. I didn't notice that till just now. It's almost like a webbed up door. And I think that's where these guys will get the reputation of having that trap door, kind of like Eeriearachnids. No, the spider's there. You can see the tarantula moving there now. So this is the Fort Hall baboon. Again, if I can only keep one type of tarantula, it would definitely be the baboons. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. As much as I love brachypelmas and salmopaeus, even though I only have a couple salmopaeus, the baboons, there's just such intrigue with them and such unpredictability. But I do think that they're much more predictable than other tarantulas. This one should come bolting out of there right about... No, not the cricket goes back the other way. So, you know, I mean, my goal is to get a few more of the baboons that I don't have. And that would be Heterothele gaboensis. can't remember what that one's called. The Gabon purple or Gabon blue baboon, I can't remember. They're a gorgeous tarantula. They're a dwarf, so they're not very big, 2 inches, 2 1/4, 2 1/2 maybe, as females. And then Heterothelli villicella. There's still a few Ceratojaurus species. I just don't know if they're in the hobby here in the United States, other than the Brachycephalus. So I'd like to get a hold of Brachycephalus. I'd also like to get another OBT sling. Now there's the, Eeriearachnids marinus, which you have the UV or the UMV, which is the Usambara mountain variant, and then you have the OBT RCF. I don't honestly know the difference between the two of those. And when I say RCF, I expect, they call it red color form. I see an orange tarantula, so which one's which with that. I don't know. Oh, gone. You saw him grab it right there out of that little trap door, and then that's really what it is. It's kind of a trap door. So that one took a little bit longer than normal, but we got an end result. So, I'll show you the Harpactira pulchripes too. Hold on. Okay, so here is Eeriearachnids marinus tete number 2. Number 1 did not eat on camera. I think the cricket's still running around in there. As a matter of fact, that bugger has webbed up so much inside. I can kind of give you a visual real quick of, I'll do it after this, just real quick. I don't know if this next one will feed. I mean, I could see the Eeriearachnids species number 1 here. I can see where it's at. You did get the cricket, didn't you? Yeah, because you're a jerk. Yeah, it did. Well, it ate anyway. Well, no, it didn't. Cricket's still running around there. Okay. There it is right there. All right, so let's do number 2. See if this one will come out. Yeah, that one's going to come out. You can see it right down in the bottom part of your camera there. What we'll do is we will maybe turn it this way. See tarantula right there, and cricket is hiding back in here now. This is the number 1 problem with crickets, and well, it's the same with roaches too. When you have a tarantula that webs up like this, and there's a way to get through, which if you follow my finger, this is the way that the cricket can get through without getting eaten. Of course, that's exactly where it went. So while I am here, we shall throw a little ink pot in there. Tattoo ink pot. Since I found, part of these, some of them they haven't webbed in certain areas, so you can get a container in there for them to drink, like this one. The other one you can't. The whole entire enclosure is webbed up. There's no place I could put a pot in there, so that one will just get sprayed on the substrate now and then. So what we're going to try and do here, because that cricket is probably buried itself real good, is we shall try and do this and see. Look it. Tongue feeding Eeriearachnids. It's just a little tiny baby, so it's not like it's a big feed or anything. But, yeah. So, yeah, well, we got one to eat anyway. I don't know how much of that you saw because my paws were probably in the way with the tongs, but we did get it to eat. So we will move on now. We still have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 more to try, 18, 19, 20. About 20 more to try in this part 1. Okay, so here is the Eeriearachnids marinus Mozambique. Again, I really, honestly, until these things start to grow and get a little bit bigger, I don't know the difference of them. I think these ones are a little bit darker. I have these labeled as TCF, but I think I'm wrong. I think these are the DCF and the tetes are the TCF. So I think when I looked at the thing, I mixed those up. So I think the Mozambiques are going to get darker, more like Cordatus and Arusha, and the Mozambiques are going to be that tan color form of the Marinus. So let's throw this cricket in for this one and see if this one might be tempted to come out. Now we can get an inked pot of this one as well, because there is an area for us to put one. I do have to actually put water in them too, though. I have to remember to do that. Not just sticking it in there. Oh, the spider tried to come out there on the backside. You saw that little bit of struggle with the cricket, but the cricket is still back there. Let's see if we get any massive rush of movement there. And again, these ones have been very, very reclusive. They're not out. I don't see them sitting out at a burrow entrance. This one does have a spot. You see my little tweezers there. That the spider just got the meal. There's a spot here, and there's actually like a little hole right there too. But this is where this spider lives, right in this pocket right here. And the cricket went back there, and the cricket is now no more, because the spider does have it right in this little web of mass, or massive web. How the hell did I'm getting dyslexic. So yeah, we did get we didn't get a good takedown there, but we did get a meal into one of them, and I witnessed it, so that's always good, because I like to see them eat, and I know that they eat, instead of throwing something in there and then waiting, you know. Okay. Next one. Okay, this one usually doesn't let me down. This is the Tarantula species Arusha. Get you guys a close-up of that little bugger. He's really, really dark. This is the coloring that I expect the Mozambique species, or the Marinus Mozambiques, to be. Yeah, this is a very close resemblance to the Chordatus, and it almost makes me wonder how different they actually are. I don't think that cricket's going to move, buddy. I think I kind of gonked it. So you're going to have to get it. How hungry are you? We just kind of, sometimes moving the enclosure a little bit will get either the cricket or the spider to say, okay, it's time to do it. Cricket is moving the antennae. There we go. Never lets me down. This tarantula has never, ever let me down. Definitely one of my favorite tarantulas that I own. Again, the coloring is my coloring. I like that dark with the blacks, the grays, the whites, the little bit of yellows here and there. That, you know, definitely is creams. You know. That's the coloring that I enjoy the most. So earthy colors, of course. I've said that a million times. But yeah, so that one was a good takedown. And we're going to try the last Tarantula Marinus tete, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so again, this is Tarantula Marinus tete number 3, or 2. This one's number 2. I have 3 of them, and 2 and 3 look kind of the same, looking at the little sticker I have on there. You can see the tarantula right there at the beginning of the burrow, so I'm kind of hoping that we might actually get to see one of these. Not until I tap the side. Oh no, it's still there. Actually see one of these. There we go. Yes, that was nice. That was a good takedown. You see the orange abdomen there, so yeah, that was good. I was very, very pleased with that takedown. Finally got to see one, even though it was pretty stinking quick. That'd be one of those I wished I knew how to like do slow-mo. I'm learning, but I'm not there yet. This is stuff that my daughter is going to teach me over the summer. I'm going to make her, whether she likes it or not. But yep. So that's Is that it for the baboons? Well, we still have the August Cephala season Tommy, which we'll probably put in the other video, but I think that's the last of the baboons that needs to be fed. Now we'll get into stuff like the Bumba cabocla and the Brachypelma vagans and stuff like that. And then we have a couple kilo brachy species, and yep, well, we're just going to feed them. I'm not talk about them, we're just going to feed them and go from there. Okay guys, next one up is the Lasiodora klugi. Hopefully the cricket will stay out and the klugi will come out to get it. That's probably going to be a big fat no. Goodbye. Boy, sometimes getting these guys on film is next to near impossible. Same thing happened with the Bumba cabocla. So you just got to see some struggle real quick with the cricket. You saw it come out. You probably won't see the spider come out now. It likes to stay right there where it's at. So let's move on. Okie dokie guys, this is the Pamphobeteus, I think it's CF, right? Antonius, the big black bird eater. I might be making stuff up now, I don't know. So this is a very aggressive eater, the only Pamphobeteus that I have. We'll see if this one is not going to come out, but it's going to attack the food. Maybe it will. This one may be another candidate for a softball enclosure because it's actually pretty decent size. See if we can't get it to come out at least, maybe, I don't know. We'll kind of maybe nudge it along just a little bit, maybe. No? Well, there's some legs. Alrighty, let's move on. Okay, guys, again, we're taking a risk here with the Cereopagabus haughty. You can see it's out, which it generally isn't, but it is right now, so that probably means to me that we need to dampen down the substrate a little bit. That's going to be what I do here. Of course, that water dish is all incorporated into the webbing, so I can't move it. We will stick another one in there, one of the ink tattoo pots here in the corner. We're going to throw a couple crickets in because I always give this one 2, and you can see why. Pretty instantaneous takedowns from these guys. And this was kind of on my want list, and this one is the one that Amy picked out for me when she went to Tinley. So you know, this dude's a little. You can see it already feels the other one. Look at that. So there it is. You can already see the beginning of the tiger stripe abdomen. I don't believe these have a common name, but they are very, very pretty spider. They are arboreal, so again, this is one that I wanted to move into something a little bit taller, and this would probably be a good candidate for that enclosure that you saw the Phidippus audax in, but probably whatever my brother has ordered for me. They're tall acrylic enclosures. Now you're going to stay up top where I want to put this water dish in there. You're not going to let me, are you? I thought for sure that you would go straight down into your burrow, but I'm not going to complain because you are getting some air time. This is an Asian happy dance. Kind of sideways happy dance there. Yeah, you do it, buddy. You got 2 meals there. You're eating like a king. I'm not going to complain that this one's out because you probably don't see it. A lot of people don't see theirs very often because they're kind of reclusive. Again, they'll like cork bark. They'll go in a tube of cork bark and stay in there. I'm going to try and figure out something that's kind of, it'll be around cork bark, but it'll have like a hollowed out part on the bottom, so it'll be able to come out of the bottom onto the substrate, and Again, as the tarantula grows, the cork bark's going to have to grow and get bigger, but we're going to let this one eat before I bother trying to put this in here, because I think it might be a mistake, me trying to do it, but we'll see. You can see it's kind of perplexed. Yeah, well, we got it in there. You could definitely see the tiger striping there. You see that beautiful coloring pattern on the abdomen. So it's not ready to move out of this quite yet. So I'm glad I didn't rush over to grab those enclosures today, because I'm tired really. I don't even know why I'm filming this, but they need to be fed. A lot of them need to be fed beyond this. So let's move on. Okay, guys, here is one of the 2 Chilobrachys species, Cancrochon. The tarantula is right in that area right there. We'll see if it's going to come out. Yep. And 2 came out for both. Well, we get to see a head a little bit anyway. You can bring them out, that's fine if you want to. Yeah, bring them right out. So there you get to see the elusive Chilobrachys species Cancrochon. I put one down in its... Oh, it's still chasing one here. That's why. It got it. It must have dropped the first one and attacked the second one. There it is right there. Got the second cricket as it was trying to get away from him. So that must have been one of those, you say right here, I'll be right back deals, and cricket didn't listen. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is the Chilobrachys discalus. See if this one will come out. Yep. Nice. You don't get these ones to eat on camera very often, so at least we get the quick takedown anyway. So that's all you're really going to see of this, so we're not going to waste much more time. We'll move on to the next ones. Okay, here is the Acanthoscurria. Yeah, Acanthoscurria. That's what it is, Dave. The new Acanthoscurria pink toe. This is the Avicularia species. Again, I'm not quite 100% sure. I am thinking this is a formerly known as Metallica or the Morph Type 6, but we shall see if this one wants to take this cricket. I'm sure it will. Does that answer your question? It caught it on the down, and now it's down here eating. So one of those new enclosures that my brother got, this one's going in it. And get rid of this 50-gram vial. It's getting, not that it can't live in here, but it can. And I just missed this one on the sides a little bit, and then the webbing for drinking. Because of that plant that's in there, it's kind of hard for me to actually keep a water dish. I put one in there, and then it tipped over, and I couldn't get it to stay still, and I don't want to hot glue it because, I mean, I could, but I'd have to leave the tarantula in. I don't want to take the tarantula out to hot glue it, and I don't want to glue it while it's in there. So that's where we're at. But it's doing perfectly fine right now. And this is Sibin. This is the one that only had 7 legs. We kind of nursed this one back to. I didn't nurse it to anything. It did it on its own. You know, it molted and got its leg back. I didn't do anything. But yeah. So that's going to conclude part 1 of this. Part 2 is going to be some of the more larger spiders, juveniles, larger slings, and we have 3 GBBs that desperately need to be fed. We have all the juvenile brachypelmas, and we have a ton. So we're going to upload this, and then I'm going to spend a couple hours tonight videoing. That's what my night's going to be tonight. I'm going to stay up late, and I'm going to video, get these tarantulas fed, because I've been slacking for a little while, and I need to get everybody fed. So thanks for watching this one. Again, bell. Descriptions, or down description, you have the links for Instagram, PayPal me, the Eeriearachnids Facebook page, and my email. That'll all be down below. And again, I appreciate everybody watching. The bell is up above if you want to hit that to get notifications when new videos come out. By all means, please do that. And look forward to the next feeding video. I don't even know how long this one is, but I'm sure it's up there. So I may not be filming by the time this one gets done uploading, because it does take some time. 30-minute video will take over an hour for me to upload. So we'll see what goes on. We'll talk to everybody soon, and goodbye.